In the studio with us, one of my favorite people in the world, Thom Carpenter, the co-founder of Progressive Democrats of America. Tim, great to see you.
Thanks for having us, Tom. Once again, it's coming a regular appearance here the third Wednesday. What's going on the third Wednesday?
It's wonderful, especially since back in June or July, you were told by your doctors that you would be dead long before now.
So we're keeping them guessing.
Yeah, you are. You are. That's great. So the Energizer Bunny, Thom Carpenter, is here. And you just had a PDA roundtable.
Yeah, we're doing what we can. I was just reflecting in December of last year when you asked me how many members we met with, and I said there were no members. And then we came back in January, and the only member at that time was Jim McGovern. And this afternoon, we had Keith Ellison, the co-chair of the Progressive Caucus, Mark Pocan, who many of your listeners know, probably one of the best freshman progressive members of Congress, was with us, as well as Jim McGovern again. On the activist side, Laura Wallach, who's leading the fight against the TPP. Hopefully everybody here knows the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Got to kill the, right now we got to make sure we kill it outright and make sure we kill the fast track. She was with us, and Michael Leidy from National Nurses United. So we had quite a group of folks over in the Cannon office building today.
That's great. Basically lobbying the House and planning strategy. And
as you know, Tom, we can't lobby because we can't afford an office at K Street. We're there to educate. So we were there to educate. Yeah, our principle 3 right now is we're speaking. Many folks on the West Coast are delivering their letters to their member of Congress.
We're to their local member of Congress,
district congressional office.
Right.
Hopefully over 270 will be delivered by Friday. And we talked about what those issues were. Principally the TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, referred to it
and
as
the fast track
on
right
steroids.
now. This is the big deal. We got to stop this fast track.
Stop fast track, deliver your letter to Congress. Heard from Laura Wallach on the importance of that and both of the Congress members. And then the food stamp fight, SNAP. As you know, we had unconscionable cuts, and we're told now that they're cutting even more. Every SNAP recipient is going to probably receive another $30 per person cut beginning, that cut's coming next month. So $120 total on top of that on the food stamp. So it's time to kill the bill. We simply have to kill the bill.
You're talking about the budget?
This is not the budget yet. The farm bill.
The farm bill.
In relationship to SNAP. Since we're not going to get the money back into SNAP, Congressman McGovern rang the bell today and said it's time to kill the farm bill.
But they've already passed the half of the farm bill that gives all these subsidies to, like, Michelle Bachmann, to all these people who have, quote, farms. You know, she gets, I guess, what, $100,000 a year?
She gets her subsidies, but they still have another cut coming up. So rather than giving them their subsidies, we're saying, since you won't give us the money back on the SNAP side, kill the subsidies for the big agricultural, kill the bill altogether.
They could do that.
Kill the bill.
So the bill includes more subsidies for the fat cats.
Kill the bill.
Interesting. Because I thought the fat cats was a done deal. That was just a short-term thing?
That's the big news today to report. They're going to work with, Jim McGovern's going to work with leadership to try to get those monies put back in. The reality is most likely it will not be put back in. So the Farm Bill will come back for its final passage, at which point we will, led by Jim McGovern, Barbara Lee, and others, kill the bill outright.
Is it in conference right now? Is that the deal?
They're in the conference. Jim just left to share with us where they were in relationship to that.
So the Senate and the House are negotiating, basically.
And we're asking them to put those cuts back in, which we anticipate they will not. Now, remember, we've already cut 90. So think of somebody living on less than $1,000 already getting $90 cut out of that. Now another 30, a total of $120 being cut out of their stamp. Now, SNAP works. I mean, this is a government program that works, has been proven to work. So our message is very simple today. Put that money back in there. It stimulates the economy. It's a job plus thing. We want it back in the budget. If we don't get it, then we're going to go out and kill the bill. We're going to call on the president then to kill the bill. If we can't get the money for those that so desperately need it, why are we giving the Michelle Bachmanns and the others their subsidies that they're asking for in the Farm Bill? Right. So that was the big news. And then finally, Iran. Very timely right now. We succeeded with diplomacy in keeping the cruise missiles from going into Syria. Let's keep diplomacy, let it work. There's really only 3 options right now. If you look at it, we can learn to live with the Iranians and get diplomacy. We can let them get the bomb, or we can bomb them. So the option is quite clearly diplomacy.
Option 1 seems the best. And yet there are 59 senators who've said that they're in favor of this bill that will impose sanctions on Iran that will basically blow up John Kerry's negotiations.
Exactly. But there are 16 on the other side now that are coming our way. So the encouraging news for us today, while the action is in the Senate, still call your member of Congress and say, don't be part of this. No strike on Iran. No sanctions. Allow the diplomacy to work.
Because that bill has to, even if it gets out of the Senate, even if it gets 60 votes on the Senate, it has to get through the House. But the House is run by the Republicans, and the Republicans love wars.
Well, on the treaty side, on the Senate side now, we can get a consent of the House vote, which we may get from Mark Pocan. The important thing is right now, On the Senate side, where it's moving on the treaty, is you're saying those that want to blow up, we need to send a message to our House members. Let your senators know. Tell your senators now.
Oh, so because this is is what's being talked about a treaty with Iran?
It's a negotiation that has to go through the Senate.
That's exclusively the Senate.
Right. So it impacts the Senate. Where the House, as Mark Pocan was indicating to us today, can have an impact is to take a measure of the House vote. And we're going to wait and see on that. But right now...
In other words, they can basically say, this is our opinion.
Right. And we believe that you should allow diplomacy to work. But the urgency now, and what Mark came to share with us, Congressman Pocan, was the urgency to let your members know in the Senate side, no sanctions. The bill or the negotiations that began with Secretary of State Kerry are in play. We gave 6 months for Iran to negotiate. No more sanctions. Allow these negotiations to take place. So we had quite a lively conversation. And then we ended, of course, with our good friend Bernie Sanders. His office was with us. Bernie has introduced the legislation to allow us to move forward with single payer at the state level. So we had 4 really important discussions today.
That is great. That is great. Yeah.
We're taking the offense, Tom. We're moving away from defense.
Healthcare, not warfare. That's a big deal, actually.
Yes, it is.
I mean, this is, Progressive Democrats of America has come a long way. PDAmerica.org, by the way, of course, the website. We're talking with Tim Carpenter, the co-founder of PD America. And Tim, are you guys doing anything with this long-term unemployment?
Absolutely. I mean, disaster? It's unconscionable. Again, we looked at the budget as it's looking right now, $81 billion going into Afghanistan. When we've been told that we went out by 2014, and now our president's telling us we're going to be there to 2024. Wouldn't that $81 billion be better spent on the unemployment side for those that are chronically unemployed? When they keep telling us they can't find the money, whether it be the Robin Hood tax, a carbon tax, or taking the money out of Afghanistan, the money's very much there. So yes, it's unconscionable that they were allowed to pass a bill without that. The Senate's working its way back. The House certainly has a lot of work to do. But to turn its back on the chronically unemployed at this point in time is, as I said, simply just unconscionable.
Yeah, it's like Merle Haggard's song, "Let's rebuild America first." Yeah, let's get out of Iraq. Bring our young men back and rebuild America first. It's just
got to get our priorities straight.
We really do. And Progressive Democrats of America, people can start a chapter in their home.
They can start a chapter in their home. They can get on the phone tomorrow. The most important thing today is, though, to give Mike Fox and Connor in our national virtual community a phone call. Deliver a letter to your member of Congress on these issues. Let your member of Congress know not everybody can get to Washington. We understand that. But everybody can get to their district office. And even if you can't get to your district office this week, Mike Fox will make sure you call your member of Congress so we can either pick up the phone or deliver a letter. Those are the urgent things in regards to PD. But long term, as you said, Tom, we are part of a larger social movement. We're that arm working inside and outside of Washington. The hard stuff, the incremental stuff, the education work. And that's what we do, and we're very proud of it. The room was full today. We had activists that flew in as far away as California and Massachusetts who want to be part of this effort.
Wow, that is marvelous. Tim Carpenter, you've created a wonderful thing with Progressive Democrats of America, PDAmerica.org. It is, and so what people can do, people should call their members of Congress.
Right now, no sanctions on Iran, kill fast track for the TPP, support Bernie Sanders in his efforts for single payer, no more money for Afghanistan, bring the money back to Wall Street. Away from Wall Street back to Main Street.
Yeah, back to Main Street. There you go. Yeah, and how goes, by the way, the battle between Wall Street and Main Street on the stet tax, on the transaction tax, on the tax?
Well, Michael Leidy from National Nurses United, it said nurses that are not only leading the fight when it comes to single payer, but leading the fight in the Robin Hood tax, the financial transaction tax. Take the casino aspect out of Wall Street. There's so much billions of dollars that are made in these fast transactions. We want to put a simple 0.05 tax to allow us $350 billion of revenue so that we can take that money. So the next time when we're told the money's not there, we're moving. Congressman Ellison spoke about it. We've got to shift this whole debate from austerity to prosperity, and we're getting those co-sponsors. So that bill continues to get traction as well.
That is great. Tim Carpenter, Progressive Democrats of America. Hang on.
This is the Thom Hartmann Program.
PDAmerica.org. And Tim, good luck with your radiation treatment coming up. And
thanks so much, Tom.
Thanks so much for being with us. We'll be back.